How's it going, everybody? This is Sunaak here, back for another episode of Pokemon LeafGreen. I know I started in front of the Pokemon Mansion, or ended it there last episode, but I forgot to make notice of some Pokemon here. But anyway, in the last episode, we arrived here to Cinnabar Island from getting through Seafoam Island, and we actually caught our own legendary bird from the last episode. So in this episode, to kick it off, I wanted to show you guys the Pokemon Lab here. There's some very interesting people here that you can talk to in regards to some trades, at least. However, these are super dumb trades in my opinion. So for example, if you see this gentleman, hello there, do you happen to have a Raichu? Would you like to trade it for my Electrode? That is a terrible trade because you can find Voltorbs and Route 10. So no thank you. Who else was it? I think there's one in here as well. No, it's not. Oh, this gentleman, actually, he will teach you Metronome. Let's see if any of my Pokemon can learn it. Actually, no, just Totoro. I believe it's a lot of normal type Pokemon can learn it, but I'm not going to learn it, unfortunately. I think it was the lady here in this room as well. She's looking for a Pokemon. Yeah, she's looking for a Venonat. Would you like to trade it from her Tangela? I would actually go over Tangela's bio here, but instead I'd rather show you guys Tangela's bio when we can capture it in the wild, so that way you don't have to run all the way back here for a trade. And then this gentleman is looking for Ponyta, and he wants to trade it for his Seal. So another kind of terrible trade in my opinion, because you can find Seal in the Seafoam Islands, so it's kind of really whatever in all these trades. But then again, the Pokemon series is kind of known for really lackluster trades. So, if you talk to this gentleman, this guy is he actually works with Pokemon fossils. So, hiya, I'm an important doctor. Yes, very much so indeed. Here, I study rare Pokemon fossils all the time. I study. You have a fossil for me? And then, so yes, this is where we can actually resurrect our fossils that we got from Mount Moon and Pewter City. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at them while I'm getting them resurrected. So let's go ahead and look at Ammonite. And yes, praise Helix. Very funny meme regarding that Pokemon anyway. The thing about Ammonite, it's a very good it has some very good physical defense and special attack. So this the unfortunate thing though is that this Pokemon suffers from a lack of moves to actually utilize that special attack. And the only special moves that it can really learn are Water and like Dark, if I'm not mistaken. So it's unfortunate. And the other thing is that it evolves late at level 40 as well. And then you're already here kind of to the late game, and we were getting our 7th badge. So these Pokemon are kind of really not worth it in my opinion, but they're very cool nonetheless. For that reason, I can't really recommend Ammonite because it suffers from a lack of special moves and it's just kind of late to join the party. Next up, we have Kabuto, who actually evolves into Kabutops. So this Pokemon is actually the opposite of Ammonite, where it's a physical attacker with physical defense to boot. So it learns interesting moves. I can actually somewhat recommend this Pokemon if you're willing to grind it. But I still can't recommend it. It evolves at level 40, and like I said, it is really late in the game. And I don't really recommend it at all. But it does learn interesting moves like Giga Drain and those type of like special draining moves. So it can be utilized in kind of different ways if you're wanting to experiment with it. But as I said, I can't recommend it, unfortunately. And then last but not least, we have Aerodactyl here. And by the way, I forgot to make notice, but the Pokemon start at level 5. So I don't recommend it for that reason. So the thing about Aerodactyl is that it's a fast physical attacker. And its move pool, geez, if I said some Pokemon had some small learn moves, this Pokemon only has 8. And it's really crazy. It only learns like normal moves, and that's it. But you will have to invest into TMs if you're wanting to get some moves for it to even utilize it. So for that reason, I can't really recommend it either. Okay, decided to heal up for some reason. I don't know why. Every time I see a Pokemon Center, I must heal up. But with that being said, without further delay, I'm gonna go ahead and head into the Pokemon Mansion. Ooh, I love all these thumbnails. Yes, I'm really jealous. Well, not jealous, but I'm really happy that this game provides a lot of thumbnail material like that. And yes, this is a place where you can actually capture poison types here. So there's actually a new Pokemon that we can find here, and it's going to be Coughing and Wheezing, actually. So let's go ahead and take a look at them real quick. The thing about Wheezing is that it's a very bulky physical wall, actually, being at base 120. So, and the very interesting thing is, besides being a physical wall, it actually has some pretty good stats to be mixed attacker. Its physical attack is 90, and then its special attack is at 85, actually, sorry. And it's very interesting, and it actually learns some moves like Thunderbolt and Thunder too, so you can actually run some pretty interesting sets on this mon. For that reason, I can somewhat recommend it, actually. It's a pretty good poison type that can utilize both physical and special attacks, so I mean, by all means, I recommend it. Okay, now that that Pokemon's done, just to make note too, like I said, you can find Grimer here, and there's a version exclusive for like the fully evolved Muck and Wheezing. If you're playing Fire Red, the 3 poison types that you can find are Coughing and Grimer and Wheezing, whereas for Leaf Green, it's Coughing, Grimer, and Muck instead. So it's very interesting that you can actually find those here. So. Okay, I'm going to try to avoid these trainers because they do have a lot of the same things that we fought already. Okay. And another interesting thing about this Pokemon Mansion is that there's going to be a lot of diaries laid out of place. So I'm going to try to read as many as I can for you guys. July 5th, Guyana, South America. I think I pretty much butchered that first place. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. So I actually really like that it like references places here in the world, actually, besides just like a fake place kind of like Kanto and all those. So I thought it was really interesting. Let me see here. And if I'm not mistaken, I forget which part of Japan that Kanto is actually referenced from, like being the shape of. If anything, I'll put it on screen what I'm trying to show you guys, but it's very interesting trivia that they base the world maps off of like real world Japan places. So I actually thought that was a little bit of interesting trivia for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go press the switch here so that way we can see what's in this other room over here. Okay, so we got another journal here. July 10th, we've christened a newly discovered Pokemon, Mew. So, ooh, this place is where they dabbled with Mew and Mewtwo, I'm assuming. So yeah, that's another interesting thing, that you can find all these journals here and get more involved with the lore of the world here. So it's pretty cool. So if for those of you who haven't seen like the movies or anything, I think it's the first one. It's that Mewtwo destroys a lab or like this like an area like that. So this actually is kind of like a reference to that. So that's very, very nice that they did that. Okay, we've got an iron here. That's going to be a lot of the items that you'll see scattered across here. I'm going to go ahead and check the other staircase before going up here. Is that you'll find a lot of stat boosting items here. So it's worth it to come pick it up. I mean, free stat boosts anyway, so... Got a max potion here. Very nice. Got another journal. February 6th. Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. Very, very good naming, sirs. Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that. Someone came knocking at my door, and it turns out it was the food that I ordered. Very nice. Now I know what I'm going to be eating when I'm done recording. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and head upstairs now. Believe that's where we want to go. Yes. So now just press this switch here, and then this place is gonna open up. let me go ahead and fight this guy real quick. Alrighty, because if I'm not mistaken, I wanted to go down through here because there might be another item here for us. Also, be careful not to jump down the wrong side, because if you jump down on this right side, you're going to be taken down to the floor below you again. So, believe it or not, you won't drop down on this side. So, I'm going to avoid this guy because he's very nearsighted and he couldn't see us. Thank God. We got another Carbos. I believe that raises speed. So, don't go throughout that way yet. You want to come downstairs first, because if you head out through that way, you're going to exit the place. So, just be wary of that. I want to put Falco up to the front because there are going to be high-leveled Pokemon here and I want someone fast to be able to run away from them, because the Pokemon down here I believe is Raticate, and they are pretty speedy here. Very nice. Got a full restore over here. Okay, I want to try to avoid this gentleman. Oh, as soon as I said that. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and explain a little bit more here, but I want to train up just a little bit as much as I can. Oh, as much as I can, because Blaine's Ace is actually level 47. He's pretty strong. And I remember when I was playing this game as a kid, he was always the one that gave me trouble for some reason. His Pokemon were always really good, and as you can tell, he's gonna be a fire type trainer. So, I always kept getting burnt a lot of the time, so it's not fun to deal with. Okay, what else do you got? You got a Ponyta. Wow, we actually haven't seen that one before, I don't think. I'm gonna use Poseidon just to knock it out with one surf. Ponyta's very interesting. I really like Ponyta's design. I don't know if you guys are very familiar with the Pokemon anime, where I think, well, yeah, where Ash actually has to race using one. I actually thought that was pretty interesting, that that no matter what, you have to be like friendly with it in order to even like pet it and all that stuff. If not, it's gonna burn you. I always thought that was fairly interesting. So, September 1st, Mewtwo is far too powerful. We have failed to curb its vicious tendencies. Ooh, so yeah, this is definitely the place that Mewtwo destroyed. So you're gonna want to press this switch, and you're gonna have to run around to get to this new open area. Be careful with the scientist up here. He's gonna try to catch you off guard. And I think I want to press... I don't want to press it yet because I want to grab this item over here. I don't think it was actually... Oh, well, give me 1 second. Yeah, just as I said. The thing about repels, they only stop Pokemon that are lower level than the first Pokemon that you have in the front of the party. Okay, as I was saying, they only stop Pokemon that are lower level than your first party member. So if your Pokemon here are level 38, you'll still be kind of encountering the Raticates, unfortunately, like I am. Hence why I really need to start training up too, so... Okay, and awesome. We found the secret key and TM22 for Solar Beam. And I forgot to mention that we found Blizzard up here. So, so very, very nice TMs and items here. So very, very worth your time to come get these. I want to go ahead and turn this switch off again. So that way... Alrighty, yes. Very fun place, wouldn't you say? So yeah, just go ahead and go down. Be careful not to go through here. You make sure you want to get all the ways down as you can without getting in front of him, because he sees pretty far. Crap. Okay, yeah, they love trolling people with these switches. So yeah, you're gonna have to run all the way back here just to turn this switch off. And at least you could take this little shortcut to get back here. And awesome, that actually takes care of the Pokemon Mansion, so we can just go ahead and head out the front door. Very nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and heal up real quick. Alrighty guys, and with that, I actually want to go ahead and end the episode off here because we took care of the Pokemon Mansion and we took care of a lot of the side objectives with Pokemon here. And then in the next episode, now that we have the secret key, I want to go ahead and unlock the gym and take on the gym challenge. So I want to thank you all so much for watching, and get ready because we're going to go ahead and take care of the gym in the next episode. See you all then.